Hello, my name is Shanice Green, and I'm here to do a presentation on leadership and power. So let's start off with some basics. When you talk about leadership and power, it is necessary for you to be in power in order to effectively lead and to effectively make changes, because without any form of power, you don't have the ability or the rights to make those demands or the power to make those changes. There are five different type of powers that somebody can have. You can have legitimate power, coercive power, reward power, expert power, and referent power. Now, all of our presidents currently hold legitimate power. They were elected as presidents. They have the rights and abilities to make changes because of the positions that they currently hold. When you think of more of a reward power, sometimes I think of people in sales. They respect their leaders because if they hit their goals, they have certain rewards or achievements that they can get, or money. There's money rewards behind it, or maybe there's a vacation incentive. So with their leader, they want to hit their goals to, elevate to the next level. Then you have more of a coercive power. When I think of coercive power, I think of people in third world countries that are not on a democratic, policy yet, and they more so have to respect this leader because either through their bloodline they're now king, or whatever the process may be in their country, and they respect them and they follow them because of the fact that they could be killed, or they could be jailed, or something to the real dramatic, or there's a real fear of that particular person. Then you have expert power. I think of a lot of people that hold, top CEO positions, or people who hold particular PhDs, or professors, or people like that who people go to because they are the best in their fields, or the most knowledgeable in their fields, or the top of the tops, or when you start thinking about on more of a um, a chef level. You go to this top chef because he has the best food, and he's the best in his field, and he's the top chef, and he's won all these, and he owns 15 restaurants, and he's cooked for the best of the people in the world and traveled the world. That's what I think of when I think of expert power. And then you have referring power. And when I think of referring power, I think of somebody like a Barack Obama. Yes, he was president, but people also respected him and elected him because of his relationships and the way he treats people. So there are many things, or even somebody in your local community who comes around and who helps the kids and who gives back and who's always there. Those are the people that you think of when you think of referring power, because people respect them because of what they can do and what they put back and how they respect them. Um, a nice quote by Penn State was, "While power can effectively create a leader, the way in which a leader is viewed by their contemporaries and then later in history depends heavily on the power tactic they employ," which is very important. How you use your power and how you know, understand your power is how you're going to be successful down the line. So, with that power comes influence. And I say it like that because power and influence are almost one and the same. Um, Influence, by definition, is uh, the power to effectively and move somebody to do something that you want them to do, or in that way that you want them to do. And power by definition is almost the same thing. It's the ability to influence somebody to do something that you want to do, either by position or by leadership. So these definitions almost intertwine, and it's just slight differences that make them alter. So yes, influence and power are almost the same thing. If I have power over you, most of the time I have influence over you. Whether I have influence on you to come to work every day so you can get your check, or whether I have influence, or whether I have the power over not giving you your check or not, or your power over control over your job. So you have to think about things one and the same. So, as a leader, if you want your staff to, respect you, you have to properly use your influence and power. You cannot beat down or belittle your employees and then expect them to want to show up and be there for you, or have a positive effect. If something goes bad, you want your employees to be there for you. And if you properly use your influence and power, and get the proper respect of your staff, they will follow you the whole way through. So, good leaders, their power gets them long ways and they have lifelong followers. There's some other people who down the line won't have that same respect. You have to give a little to give a lot. And the final quote I'm going to leave you guys on is this: control over value, resources, and punishment is also necessary for people to lead effectively. So groups are often willing to give this type of control to their leaders. Therefore, leaders typically have power in the sense of control over other people. That's so true. You need to understand the power that you hold and influence that you have over people, and not just over them, but over their lives, their livelihoods, and what they do down the line. Respect people and understand your power, and use it properly and effectively, and not selfishly for just your goals and tasks, but for the group and the overall success of the team, and the company. You down the line will be successful. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.